And one needs that holy oil if he's going to worship. I told you before many stories about Dr. Tozer. I spent so many hours with him, and I remember one day going into his office, and he said, "Len, you see this rug here?" And I said, "Yes, sir." I guess it was about 3.5 feet long and about 30 inches wide. And he said, "I come in my office some days, and I take the phone off, and I call my secretary in the other office, and I say, 'Margaret, you go home, because today I can't dictate any letters. Today I can't interview any people.'" And I remember he said, "I get down on that rug," he used a good old Bible word, "on my belly. At 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm still there at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And I haven't said a word of prayer. And I haven't said a word of praise. I've just been lost in adoration." A lady wrote me a letter last week. And she said, in 1976, I went to a service there in a certain city in Florida. And I remember you preached on worship, and it revolutionized my life. And she put it this way: you said that prayer is spoken communication with God. And prayer actually is spoken preoccupation with our needs. And praise is spoken preoccupation with our blessings. And worship is total silent adoration before God. And she said, I pondered it, I went home and thought about it, and from that day my life was changed. Can you imagine a man laying in the presence of God for 4 or 5 hours without going to sleep, and he isn't quoting hymns necessarily, or at least he isn't using praise in the accepted sense of the word, and he isn't praying? He's so lost in the majesty of God, as you were saying tonight, and the wonder of God, and the holiness of God, and the character of God, and the faithfulness of God, and the immutability of God, and the omniscience of God, and the omnipresence of God. He says, "My God, how wonderful thou art, thy majesty so bright." He says, "Oh Jesus, Jesus, dearest Lord, forgive me if I say for very love thy sacred name 1,000 times a day. Burn, burn within me, love of God, burn fiercely night and day, till all the dross of earthly love is burned and burned away. How beautiful the sight of thee must be, thine endless wisdom, awesome power, and glorious purity. The trouble with modern Christianity is we're too earthbound. We live too much in time and not enough in eternity.